everyone and welcome to my channel. And today I'll be reading A Tighnari Listener by me. So let's get into it. Tighnari and you were quite close. After all, you were dating, so there must be a reason why you were so close like that. But it wasn't just this way. No. But you were comfortable with each other in levels that most couples would take a very long time to reach. So, you were just happy and satisfied with that. You were more than satisfied with the trust he gave you, and with the love that Tighnari would give you no matter what. The two of you believed in one another and had this deep bond. Perhaps it was because this love was already forged from previously existing friendship, and that's why the two of you were already so used to one another and so comfortable with the other's presence. And speaking of that, the idea of sleeping in the same room, the two of you accepted it. But Tighnari suggested doing this gradually, because he just wanted to get used to it at his own pace. And that meant maybe one night a week or 2 nights a week where the two of you would sleep together. And that would go on for a month and increase as time went on. He just wanted to feel like he's comfortable with us first. And honestly, he knew he would be. The two of you have had sleepovers before. But he just wants to get used to waking up to you every day. It's not a bad sight. But the problem laid more on the sleeping part. He was not an easy sleeper. And honestly, neither were you. So the two of you would frequently end up keeping the other up at night. Whether he was even feeling sleepy and you were keeping him up, or the other way around. So that was certainly kind of troublesome, and that's why he has been working to find a way around it. And after a little bit of just looking around and wondering that head of his, he found a probable solution, which would be to give you a grounding experience. What does that mean? Well, your problem mostly just existed because it would keep moving and tossing around, and Tighnari had his own thoughts that would keep him up. So the best way to deal with this would be to cancel out those two. And what better way to do that than make sure that you don't move and make sure that his head is occupied, right? It's the opposite after all. And the way he would achieve that is by holding you. That way his head could be occupied by something much prettier than whatever thoughts that he would have late at night. And the idea of sleeping next to him more frequently then became a thing. And this was the first time that you would try this so-called experiment. You would cuddle each other's arms. You have tried spooning before. But this, you were too shy to try. Lion, I want you to sleep underneath me. What? He said. And you're blushing bright red. And then he laughed. He kind of wanted to see a reaction to that wording of his sentence. It was not like he had worded it. It really was not that serious. So that's why, after trying to calm himself down and gain his composure back again, he replied, I don't mean it that way, but you will see. Don't you trust me? I do, Tighnari, but that's not it. Then what is it? Do you trust me or not? I do, he said at last, pouting and blushing. That's when he gave you a gentle smile, kissing your cheek. There's nothing to be embarrassed about, I promise you. Oh, and his voice was so soothing, and the way he said it really made it seem like there was nothing for you to worry about at all. For the most part, though, he was correct. With Tighnari, there was not that much that you would need to worry about. After all, he's not someone to actually do things and cross your own boundaries. He just wanted to show you how it would be like, and see if you would be comfortable. and it was not like he would ever force you into anything. So you laid down and told him to do whatever he wants. And he gave you a look, kissing you first, before just leaning down and wrapping his legs around you and arms around you as well, curling up around you like a koala, with his tail resting on your waist and his head resting on top of your chest. His body mostly laid on top of yours, but in a way that wouldn't make his entire weight laying on your chest and suffocating you. After all, he didn't want you to stop moving forever, just temporarily, and this would hold you down for a little bit, or at least so you wouldn't get the urge to move every 5 seconds. He knows that annoys you too, and hopefully this would be like having a giant teddy bear that kind of helped you stay in place. And honestly, it was so nice, and much nicer than any blanket you could ask for. His ears rubbed your chin, making you giggle softly, and he smiled up at you with those loving eyes of his. What do you think about it now? Well, if you want my honest opinion, it's not that bad. Not that bad? How about you say amazing then? Or I may just get up. Hey, don't get up. You're amazing. And you always know I love cuddling with you. But what about this way? Does it really make you feel relaxed? More than usual? Yeah, I think so. But, really, perhaps it's because you wrapped your tail around me this time. We don't always do that. He didn't realize he actually did this, so he blushed brightly, kind of embarrassed, and that's when you laughed. And just as you proceeded to try and move it away, you held it in place gently. Come on, Tighnari. Please? Pretty please, he said, in the most adorable way you could. And then, giving you one look, he knew he was defeated. Fine then, just for you. But you better actually try and sleep this time. I promise I will. Besides, all those previous times it was not my choice. He softened, knowing that you were right, and kissed you softly. I know, Ayan. Now good night. I'm not gonna lie. Touching you like this makes me wanna sleep too. Is that so? You yawned, feeling the sleep way over you too. Perhaps it was just a trick of having his tail wrapped around you